What's up, you guys? It's your boy Leo back at it with another video. So, this is not going to be the usual video. One, we're going to play Terraria, and two, this is going to be a short update of like where I've been for like the past week and a half. Nothing bad happened. It's just like I didn't want to like continue to not have a video. I will have a regular video tomorrow for Wednesday. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll have it for Thursday. I'm filming this at like 2 in the morning, January 25th. Yeah, so this, yeah, we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Let's see. We're gonna get into it. Oh, look, Terraria. Wait. Shit. Okay, cool. What have I been doing? Oh, man. Okay. I wanted to play something. And then also, like... So, where have I been? So, first of all... Oh, shit. I have, been trying to fix my sleep. That is... Is this loud? Probably too loud, isn't it? Wait. Oh, it's escape, right? No, wait. Settings. I don't want it to. Cool. So I tried to. Oh, that's still too. I wanted to fit. That is still too loud. Oh my god. Dun. Oh, I just did the music. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Oh, that's a little bit better. Okay, anyways. So I tried to fix. Get out of that. I tried to fix my sleep schedule. I have more or less fixed it. I know it may not seem like it because I'm videotaping this at 2 in the morning. I have more or less figured out that I can sleep before 3 a.m. But that was so hard to do. It literally took me a whole week to figure that out. From like that Thursday and Friday, I was like, bruh, there's not going to be videos. I need to fix my sleep schedule. I need to do the weekend. And then that following week, it was a struggle. Oh, Peach. It was an actual struggle. And then what happened was there was an opening at my husband's workplace to be a receptionist because the receptionist had gotten promoted. And yeah, and they were using a lady who was gonna go to bookkeeping to be oh shit, I'm talking my shit now. To be like, yeah, she's gonna go to bookkeeping. So I went, and it was last Friday, like just this past Friday. What is that? January 20th, I think. They called me because that Thursday, it was like immediately, it was either Wednesday or Thursday, they were like, is when he told me, oh no, and, need to get this money, and that's when, he was like, bruh, and I was like, oh shit, because I really need a job, because something exciting happened. So my father-in-law has a BMW that's an electric car, right? Okay, well, I don't know if I've ever said that, but he does. And we've been needing a car because something that can always be consistent is that I have not found the will, and therefore I cannot drive my aunt's car. And this whole time my husband has to his shift, and so like to his job, and so like they like. He's given it to us. However, we will make the payments. And they're going to hold off asking us for payments until obviously when we can make it. And obviously, since it's a car payment and it's notorious, you know, people hate car payments for a reason. despise a car payment, I needed a job. And that was one of the points of my, New Year's resolution was to get a job for multiple reasons. One of them was, I need a car. Because the original plan was I find the will, I get my Thea's car, my husband gets his father's car. And I'm still with that plan. Oh my god, I'm dying. But I need a payment. If we only have one paycheck, I need I need another job. So I immediately was like, okay, well, it's 3 a.m. I'm trying to fix my schedule. I think it was like on Thursday morning then. Yeah, it was like Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. I immediately was like on the website. Shit. Is that? Yeah, there we go. Filling out the application. I thought I was wrong because here's the thing. Here's gonna be a rant. Here's gonna be a rant. I hate when they ask for job references. I do, because job references, it's so hard because it's always like not a family member, and then I'm like, well, who? And I like, in the jobs that I've worked are so spread out, right? They're so like these people. Okay, none of the people that I work with have ever worked with, still work at the places in which, and like, it's just like, how many of them are gonna get, like, do they even call references? Do they? I don't think they do. First of all, I don't think people actually, because my husband applied for his job, he didn't put references down, because again, like, who, like, because, like, I can't point an employer, usually. I mean, though the option to be like, can we contact this employer? And I'm like, well, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I'm a good employee, and I've usually never, I've been fired once, and everybody collectively agreed that was a bullshit thing to get fired from, and if I ever reveal who I am in real life, maybe I will go on to that story time. But until then, no. Anyways, and so without it already being an option, it's like, why do I need references? And like, those employers don't freaking work at the places anymore because they were pieces of shit. Most of the employers I have worked with, and most of the companies I worked with, have been pieces of shit. But anyway, so that was always difficult, and it was like, you have to have 3. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm like constantly adjusting myself because like I'm on the floor. Anyways, I'm actually gonna, what I'm trying to do, guys, is I'm trying to like get this way, like, here. Also getting wood. But yeah, so that was my rant. I hate when they ask for that, because it's like, well, who the fuck, right? My father-in-law, because he was in the army for 20 years, and he got out, and then got his same job he had with the army, but now as a civilian working at the base that's in my town. So like, he is legit. He is legit, right? And so I asked him, oh shit, this is a fucking jungle. Anyways, I asked him exactly like, how does he do it? And the way he did it was, because he was like, and I just want you to know, like, I didn't start out doing this, like, I got into the habit. What he does is get people's emails, gets people he works with, get their information immediately. Like, that way so it's like, prepare yourself for that. And I'm like, alright, I guess. That's cool. So yeah, that was his advice. Because he's like, you never know when you're gonna quit. And you're gonna need that information. Never fails. You're gonna need that information. So you might as well prepare yourself for a possibility that you're going to quit, right? You just want to prepare yourself, make sure. And then even if you don't, you still have that information, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, fuck, dude, you're right. Like, but then again, he's like, yeah, he's legit. He's like, yeah, he helps us with our taxes. Very dad helps you with your taxes. Okay. Sits down, a nice glass of scotch, tell me about your day, son. No, he doesn't drink scotch. But, like, yeah, he's like, but anyways, he was helping me with that because I was like, what the fuck do I do with that? Shit. Oh. Saw it coming. Dang, jungle slime. Yeah, the jungle's like a hard one. Jungle's like a hard area. Anyways, so that was cool. He was giving me some tips. I didn't think, to be perfectly honest, I did not think that I would be like getting a call. I only put like 2 references. My most recent job, I mean my working history. I put like, what the fuck did I put all this shit in? Let's see. I'm gonna put my money. Well, that's gonna be moved somewhere else. I need more chests. But yeah, like I put the most recent, and I didn't know this, and I always thought, and one of the reasons why I always hated doing applications is because how long it took, like how, like, not long, but like how, oh my god, having to put your work history and your, like, you know, where you live, your work history, and like, oh my god, having to remember contact information, stuff like that. It turns out you don't put literally every single job you've ever worked. You put whatever would be relevant to the job you're applying to. If someone fucking told me that like 10 years ago, would have really helped me. Because I would literally write, okay, I used to work at this place, and then I worked at this place for 6 months, and then after that I worked at this place for like a week. You know, my McDonald's, I've only worked there for a week, and then I worked at this place for like 3 years, and then I worked at this place for a year and a half, and then I worked at Whataburger for a week because I got another call back to a different job that paid more, and then I worked at this job. Like, I would put literally. Oh, and then I also worked at Subway for like 3 days. That was a joke, but like, that was before I had my delivery job. So like, I would literally put all of my work history. That is so dumb. You know how dumb that is? I'll hear that. You just listen to that. My very first job, I was 18, and I worked from June 2011 till November 2012. And then I worked the next job from January 2013 to July 2013. Then I worked my next job in October for a week of 2013. And then I worked my next job from January 2014 to July 2017. And then I worked the next job August 2017 to February 2019. And then I worked Whataburger for a week in August, I think. August of 2019. And then I worked my next job from like September all the way until April 2020, because that was COVID. That was, you're not gonna have a good time working travel insurance during the pandemic because it didn't cover it, and I was like, bullshit. But anyways, and then I worked, what did I do? Subway for like 3 days in October of 2021, and then I worked my actual job October 2021 until, oh gosh, when did I quit? Like October 2022. You would not put all of that work history on there. It's having to figure out, okay, what was my manager? Is it even relevant? Because, like, do they even still work there? No, they don't. Actually, most of the people don't. But, like, the address, the phone numbers, who worked there, how long, and what. And some places will want month and year. Some places want month, day, year. And it's like, what are they considering hiring? Is it don't do that to yourself. So here's the advice I'm going to give y'all. I'm like playing with shit. I have earrings. Here's my thing. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you because no one told me until later on. I think it was my stepfather. I mean, not my stepfather, my father-in-law. What the fuck does this do? need that. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, like, I'm gonna tell y'all. Because no one told me until my father-in-law did, and I'm glad that he saved me, because that was tragic when I found that out. I literally had the look of, like, I'm now dead inside, because I could not believe no one told me that you do not do that. But, yes. So, I'm gonna tell y'all. What the fuck? Oh, we're not gonna do that. That's no. Anyways, so I'm gonna tell y'all. You just put what is relevant. If you were applying, let's say you've had 3 jobs before in your life. One was a restaurant job as like a host. Then your next job was a call center, and then your next job was a custodian, right? And now you're applying to be a receptionist. Don't put the custodial job. You would, okay, so you will, don't put in like your restaurant job. Put, first of all, that call center you worked at, put that on there. And then your most recent job as well, 'cause just, you know, like, yeah. That's the best advice I can ever give somebody. Because it'll just, one, save you time and heart, like, because, I hate filling out applications, I really do. I think it's annoying, it's repetitious, and I hate it. And, but yeah, that's my advice. Just try to put what's most relevant to the job you're hiring for, because then that shows, okay, so you have somewhat, or at least try to match it, you know, that, because it shows them you have somewhat, oh, okay, you have some kind of skill that will help you with this job. Like that call center, you may not have been like, you know, a receptionist, because it's a little bit different, but the fact that you've worked phones and you've been in an office setting and like business casual shit like that, like, yeah, they're gonna see that and go, okay, well, you may not have the full extent of but you have a little bit more like skill other than, now if you had just put like, you know, a restaurant job and a custodial job, then like, okay, well, I mean, that's not, you have other history, like, that you may not get it because of that. Because they were like, oh, well, you only worked in a restaurant and you only were a custodian. So, like, that might not, they'll put into question, you know, would you be okay with having phone calls and, like, breaking an office? You know what I mean? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all understand. But, yeah, so I had to do that, and I hate that. But that's why I hate filling applications. I hate it. I hate it. And then the fucking references, and get out of here. What the fuck did I put? Like, I don't even know. I know I put references on there. I can't remember what I put on there. But I think I just put my employers, to be honest. Which doesn't do me any good, because most of them have moved different states. And, like, don't even work for the company anymore. And some of them I just don't know their information. But anyways, yeah, like, that is my cat sneezing. Okay, cool. But yeah, I didn't think that I only had like 2 places. One of them was a delivery job. One of them was a call center, and like, I just felt like, and then the reasons. I know the one thing I always hate too is like, what was your reason for quitting? And I can never answer that correctly. Like, I don't know. Like, I have to put it into words where it doesn't just sound like, yeah, I fucking hated that job and so I quit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you can't put that either. That doesn't look right at all. And so I had a problem with that. Like, what do I even put? And so, like, that's also, I'm not good at the questions of, like, name a time when you experience, what is a word for that? Not experience, but you gave good customer service, something like that. You know what I mean? I always hate questions like that. Or name something about yourself. I'm like, I don't fucking know anything about myself. But anyways, yeah, like, that's also what I hate about that as well. So it's like, I don't know what to put. That'll look, I can't just be, yeah, I fucking quit, or yeah, I got fired, bruh. I can't do that. And so, nothing about the application process I like at all. Nothing about it. So I thought for sure, like, I'm probably not gonna get this job. I'm probably not gonna get this job. I'm probably like, no, there's no way. There's no way. Turns out I got called in that Friday, and they're like, son, you think you can do? I'm gonna stop doing that voice. I just realized how. We're not gonna talk about it. That. Just made me feel a type of way. I'm not gonna do that. Really made me feel a type of way that I didn't want to feel like. Yeah, they called me and were like, yo, bro. That's much better. We're doing interviews today and Monday. Do you think you can come in on Monday? And I was like, trying to fix my schedule. And I had not gotten any sleep. And I was about to fall asleep. So I was like, oh, can we do it on Monday? I have things with my son I need to do. She was like, oh, okay, cool. Monday at 10 a.m. So I got my interview, and you could tell I was nervous because I was like stumbling over my words and bits, but like, I've always been told that I'm like really nice and like, you know, have like a nice politeness to me. So they were vibing with me, and then, oh my god. And then they're like, afterwards, they were like, do you have any questions? And usually I say no. But this time I was like, no, I really need a job. And like, you want the point of an interview is not for you to get the job. It's for the job people trying to get you. And so you need to come in with the attitude of what you're going to do for me and why would I want to work for you. That's really how you do it. I've never had that big dick energy to just walk into a room like, okay, so what are you going to do for me? Never had that kind of confidence. But I did actually answer questions of like, make it seem like, oh, like, these are the things I'm interested in. You better give me better offers. So it's like, you know, and they were really vibing with me. And like, well, does this seem like a job you want? I'm like, no, this seems like a great job, you know? And then like, they're like, okay, so you're going to have a second job okay, so like, well, thank you for coming in. We'll call you if we need to do a second interview. I was like, okay, cool. I went, where the fuck did we go? Oh, we went to go get burritos because I got like hella bad heartburn from that. Holy shit. I was not feeling good yesterday. Was not feeling good. And, let's see. And then, yeah. And then they called me at around like 2, I think. Or something like that. And, bro, I had taken a nap. So I was like, oh, can we do it tomorrow? Because, or my son, they're like, oh. It was like so very awkward. I had just taken off my clothes. I was in nap mode. And I'm like, okay, well, you have and this is what shocked me. Oh my god. And they're like, okay, so you're going to have an interview with the CEO on Tuesday. And I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? My idea of a CEO, and I don't know if if y'all think this way, but I think this way. My idea of a CEO is like, I work on Wall Street. I have built this company from the ground up since the 80s. I am a boss, right? Like, that's what I think of when I hear the word CEO. So then, oh my god, I'm dying. So then when you tell me I'm going to get an interview with the CEO, I am going to immediately go into nervous mode because what? Like, what in the world? Right? Oh my god, I'm almost 9. That's what I'm going to think of. I'm going to think like, oh my gosh, like, what? I was freaking out too. I was like, oh my god, like, oh my god, like, oh my god. The CEO? The CEO. Excuse you. The CEO, right. I was freaking out. So the next day, I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't get good sleep that night at all because it's been freezing It froze like I think Monday morning, and then it got rainy Tuesday morning. So that sucks. And when I mean freezing, I literally mean, yes, it dipped down into like the 30s, like literally 30 degrees. Excuse you. I know what freezing means. I'm not, just because I'm from Texas does not mean I have a poor education and I don't know words. Like, shh. Anyway. Anyways. And like, so I didn't get good sleep last night. That night. Just didn't. So when I woke up, first of all, I woke up late. I woke up at like 8:30, hopped in the shower real quick at like 9 o'clock, and then got dressed. And like, cause I like to be, so for an interview, you don't want to show up on time. You don't want to show up at the time that you are scheduled to have an interview, because then you'll be considered late. But you don't want to turn up too early either, because then you'll just sound like, you'll just look desperate. What you're supposed to do, usually, you want to show up to work at, we're going to go this way now. You want to show up to work, well, actually, no, because I have coinage. Whatever. At least, you want to show up to the interview at least 15 minutes. I say 15 minutes to 30 minutes prior to the time you're supposed to have the interview, okay? So I showed up at like 9. The first time I showed up at like 9:45 is when I was like ready to go. Like I was in the lobby. Hi, my name is not gonna tell y'all, and I'm here for an interview. And then yeah, but I was, oh my god, this is the crimson, and I'm not. What is that? Oh my god, no. Okay, we don't have enough for that. I barely can survive the jungle. Yeah, I showed up at like 9:50, and then we were actually waiting on someone, so they were a little bit late. Because it was like the lady that interviewed me, one of the ladies that interviewed me prior, and then the CEO, and he was chill. He did not act like an actual CEO, which I kind of like that, to be honest, because it made everything go a lot smoother. And like clearly, you know, now that you see that he's not like all serious, then like yeah, you're not gonna be freaking out and stuff. So that was cool, and you're gonna get like a better like interview performance. So that was cool. He was chill, and like I guess I answered all the questions correctly. I mean, I answered them truthfully. Because what this is, I'm not gonna say the name. There is other places in my town that's like this. I don't think I'm doxing myself. It's like a rehab recovery center, but it's not like, it's not one of those you get court ordered. It's like if someone wants help, they come to us. And then we're encouraged to, obviously, because that's the whole point, is to get people in our facility so that we can help them with their drug recovery. That's what it is. So it's very, like, so you have to, obviously, so it makes more sense where everybody's chill and everybody's very nice, because, like, they have to have that, like, because you're going to get people on the calls calling, they're like, you know, high, or like you're gonna be like under the influence of something, and it's like you have to be patient with them, because like you don't want them to not come to our facility, like, because that's the whole point of us, is that we're providing them, getting them help. And so, like, you know, just treating them like a human that they are, right? Yeah. So it was cool, and that's why I wanted to work this job, because like everybody seemed like, because it's so like they're working with people's health, they actually have to go by the rules. They actually have to treat their employees correctly, treat their clients correctly, and like actually do their job correctly. I can't tell you how many jobs I've had where I can't tell you how many jobs I've had where like, oh shit. It matches my hair. Okay, cool. Where you can tell the people just don't care. Like the employers themselves don't care. And I told them like that was one of the main things. What is this? Oh no, 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 no. No. No, we're gonna keep that. Okay, yeah, and like yeah, you can tell that they don't want to be there just as much as you don't want to be there. Like, and that really makes a freaking difference when you can tell that the people you're working for actually care to be there. Yeah, because it motivates you to want to do better in your job, which, like, spoiler alert, actually treating your employees correctly actually makes them want to do their job correctly. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But yeah, no, but they're really chill, and I'm actually really excited. So, like, today, I had to take, oh, yeah, like, after the thing, they're like, okay, yeah, definitely, for sure you had the job. So I was like, cool, cool, cool. Oh, yeah, because the first day they sent me home after the thing and were like, okay, well, we have other interviews and we'll call you if, you know, see how those interviews go. But they really liked my thing, apparently. So after that interview, from like 10:20 to like 11:20, I shadowed the receptionist to feel. Just a feel. And then again they asked me, is this something you really want to do? And I really like that they're like not just like, okay, you're on it now. They're actually like, this is how it is. Do you actually want to do this job? Like, and I absolutely wanted to. I am kind of nervous. It is working with like, you have to make like remember like intake and outtake and like counselors and stuff and like, but that's just stuff you're gonna learn like as you go. And then also like these people are very nice, and the receptionist herself said like, bruh, like if you have any help, like need any help, like people are actually nice and like they have no problem like helping you, you know. So it's like a very good work environment where everybody is not out. It's not every man for themselves. We're on the same boat, so let's help each other out, which I actually like. And my husband said really great things about working with this place, and like my husband's a very picky person when it comes to jobs. It's very hard for him to keep a job, so like the fact that he's kept it and actually encouraged me to work here. But that was cool. I am kind of nervous at the jobs, like the phones, because I've worked in a call center. The thing is, by the time I worked, was like the first call center I worked was 2013. Was that job I got in January 2013, and then in 2019, we didn't have physical phones. What we had was a phone system. So you would have a headset that looked like a gamer headset, but like kind of janky, to be honest. You had that, and then a computer system that was your phone. And then you would have a I had like, whenever it's Capital One, because I used to work at Capital One, tech support. And I know I'm not doxing myself because Capital One was at the place I worked at for like 20 years. But anyways, you would have like a whole ass like, well, I think it was like 5 websites I would go to for phone call, like just for phone numbers in case I needed to transfer people and stuff. Like that was hard. That was hard to do. Like all the freaking like, oh, they need to be transferred to this. What freaking phone number is this? And then, like, most of the time, that freaking website wasn't updated, so you were just like, oh my gosh. That was annoying. But, like, they actually had, like, that part was annoying. So I do, like, con of working that job was, like, trying to find phone numbers to transfer people to the correct department was freaking annoying. However, it wasn't an actual phone. So when we would put people on hold, you would literally click a button, hold. You know what I mean? And so it was, like, more... It was, like, easier than a freaking like, actual physical phone. I'm dying, you guys. I'm actually dying. I'd be surprised if I don't die. But yeah, I am kind of worried about actually putting, because I've never been able to put someone on hold and it just not hang up on them. So I am kind of nervous about working a physical phone, but there are phone systems of like their list of these are the people you transfer to is actually listed out for you right next to the actual phone, and it's not just a sheet of paper, it's like an actual thing, and it's like that's a lot. I like that. That's helpful. That's the only thing I'm really like, those two things I'm worried about is like trying to remember where like how to help people and then like working an actual phone, but like again, you're just gonna get used to that. That's not, you know, that's normal shit. Oh my god, I hate these. And there's like 3 of them. Nah, we're not gonna. Nah. Recall. Well, actually no, because I actually want to try to. Come on, Nat. Come on, bruh. Come on. Come on. Cute. Come on, come at me, bruh. Come on, come at me, bro. Come at me, broski. That's why I hate the jungle. It's really different. Come at me, bruh. That's cool. Stand there. Come at me, bruh. Oh, there, I got shuriken. Oh, wait, I got a bomb. What does this do? Well, that didn't shit, but alright. Oh, shit. What is it called? Oh, Snatcher. Okay. Come at me, bruh. Come at me, broski. Bruh. I'm like so focused right now. I fucking forgot that I'm like actually filming. So focused. I don't even know what I was saying. What the fuck was I talking about? Anybody know? Oh, okay, but yeah, so I shadowed, yeah, okay, so I shadowed people, those are my concerns, not qualified, okay, cool. Yeah, that was my concerns, but, this thing, I think, like, this job's gonna work out. So then after that, so after the hour that I had to like shadow the receptionist that I'm replacing as me to bookkeeping, um, um, I had to take a urine sample, which is so much fun. I love doing those. Yeah. You know, I love peeing in a cup. Can they jump? I don't remember if they do. Oh my god, there's fucking piranhas in here. Yeah, so I had to do that like immediately. And yeah, then they had a form that I had to give them, and then yeah, now I'm just waiting for the results, I think. Like of yeah, because then they had to tell me there's like a yeah, whatever the fuck. And then yeah. So now I'm just waiting on when I need to start. And I freaking and they kept asking me, so is there anything else we need to know about? I completely forgot I had jury duty. Literally on Monday. I have jury duty on Monday that I forgot. So that's gonna be fun to tell them. Like, oh, and by the way, I have fucking jury duty. So yeah, fun, and the sun. I'm just gonna have to tell them and be like, yo, I actually forgot that I even had that. You can't fucking see, to be honest. It's really making me mad. The fuck? Things are happening and I can't see. Good thing is I played this freaking game before, so I'm not like completely like, oh my god, I'm dying, but so that's what I'm waiting for. So tomorrow, I guess Wednesday, I really have nothing to do other than like wait and oh no, I have to get my son a freaking doctor's. He has a doctor's appointment. That's right. So it would probably be best if like I went to bed. Oh my god, I'm dying. I don't know. Oh, shit. I actually went pretty far. Yeah, and then ooh. On Thursday, I turned 30. Let's give a big round of applause to the fact that I'm gonna be 30. Oh my god. That's happening. I'm turning 30, guys. And I'm kinda nervous. I don't know. Existential crisis, I guess. Oh man, I just cannot believe I got that to the point where I'm 30. Like, that's insane to me. But and oh yeah, I'm gonna be filming on my birthday. It's not gonna be like a ooh, it's my birthday, woo, but it's just gonna be like a chill, like what we're doing right now. Not this literally, but like I don't know if I want to do a different game or continue with Stardew Valley. I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. I haven't figured it out. But yeah, it's my birthday in a day. I just like cannot believe And that whole, like, existential crisis and midlife crisis is such a thing. It really is. Because then you look back and be like, wow, I've survived 3 decades. And then you start thinking, like, okay, what have I actually done? And then you start to think, wow, I have done nothing at all. And then the sense of urgency to, like, I have to hurry up and do things because I really not getting any younger. Yeah. So, hence why I went to therapy. Because, yeah. Oh my god. Shit. That was my bad. That was my bad. I think we're gonna do this for like 15 more minutes and then call it a quits. But like, yeah. Because I think what a problem I have, and I don't talk about this, well, maybe I do talk about this issue. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I always look back and I think, like, man, if I could go back and do things differently, I'd probably try to live my life how I wanted to. Not starting this out at 30, but I know I can't think like that because that's a very depressing way to go about, because then you're going to start thinking that you've wasted life, and you can't think like that. That's not a healthy way to go about it. So I try not to dwell on the fact that, like, if I had started this like when I was 20, you can't think like that. But that's part of my little crisis, in a sense of like needing to like stop trying to like pay attention to how other people want me to live. That's always been my problem, is I listened to every single person on how they wanted me to live my life and now how I wanted to, and it has failed. Every single thing that they have wanted me, like family members and stuff, have wanted me to live my life how they wanted it, has ended up, what on God's green earth is that? Anyways, has ended up in a huge fail. And so really what I'm doing with this is also like taking back control of my actual life, because they don't have, like, family members. Here's the thing. You get to a certain point where you are the adult. And here's the thing too. You cannot let people dictate how you're going to live your life a certain way, because they're not going to live with the consequences of the decisions, right? There's always good consequences and there's a bad consequence, right? To every decision you make. That's just life. They're not going to be living, the people trying to force you to live a certain way or to do things how, like, I want you to do this career, or, you know, you should do this instead, or you should have gone to college instead, or blah, 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 this and that or other. They are not going to live with the consequences of your actions. So you can't let someone, if you're an adult, because if you're a teenager, it's different. I'm sorry to say that to y'all, but, like, if y'all are teenagers, listen to this, you're going to have to, you live by the rules in which you, like, of the house of the adult. And it's, like, one of those things where, like, if you live with your parents, it's sad to say, but you're going to have to abide by them rules or pay them bills. But anyways, I'm talking about, like, if you're on your own, right, living on your own, you have your own job, and you are still getting dictated about what family members think, at that point, you're just going to have to, it's hard, but you're going to have to start living, like, how you want to, like, living on your own, and not how someone wants you to live, because, like I said, they're not going to be living with the consequences of the actions you've taken. And at the end of the day, you know, yeah. So I feel like, you know, if you're an adult, take my advice and, I mean, like, don't completely say, no, fuck you, I want to be a drug addict or something, I don't know. Like, don't do something like that, or, like, I don't want to join this gang. No, but, like, within reason, right? Like, if you want to go to college, but your parents don't think you want to, you should probably do that. But, like, or like, I mean, yeah, like, listen to them, like, about the whys of which they don't want you to do something. But at the end of the day, you're going to look back in, like, 10 years and realize, and you should look, here's the thing. It's going to be a difference between looking back at 10 years and thinking, wow, I accomplished a lot of things. That's really cool. Or you're going to look back and think, wow, I have wasted my life because I have listened to every single person. It went shit up because I should have listened to my instincts and known that that was going to be a dumb thing to do. But I didn't. And now I feel like I've wasted life. It'll be yeah, there's going to be a difference between that and, you know, having a good time and a bad time. So that's my advice. Try to go with your instinct, like with your gut on things. Because you only have one life. Whether incarnation happens or not, we for sure know we only have one life, right? And you should do it in the ways in which you want that make you happy. Like, I wanted to do so much things. There were like job opportunities. There was a career path I wanted to take when I was like 17 that I listened to my family, and the reasoning behind it was, oh well, in my opinion, women don't do that. And so me being me being the person I am, I like listened to that. And 10 years later, I'm thinking, wow, I should have not done that. I should have not listened to them in that regard either. Stuff like that. It's like a whole timeline out there where I'm living the life that I wanted to do, and yet I have wasted it by listening to other people tie me down to it. That's really what I feel like. I feel like I'm held down. But I'm trying not to do that because, like, the only way you're going to get out of that is you. So I'm really trying to, like, take back my life. But yeah, that's my advice. If you want to take that career path, like, try to do that career path. Usually parents, I know, like, they just want what's best for you, but they have a very closed-minded idea of what's best for them because they've been thinking about your life since you were born. And oftentimes they forget that you're your own person and not something that they can, like, mold into. And, like, that's usually what happens. And so, like, usually it's like, go ahead and do that job that your parents didn't want you to do, and then if see that you're successful in it, they'll start changing their mind about it. Because often they're just scared. But yeah, like, so that's my advice. If you're going to take anything from these ramblings, is that, you know, you only get one life to live. You should, you know, really think about what you want to do and not do something for you shouldn't do something for another person. Like, yeah, like, okay, like a job for your child, okay, that's different. But you shouldn't be like, well, I want to be this because my parents really want me to do it, or I should do this because my boyfriend said that if I don't do this, or whatever. You shouldn't be doing that. Your boyfriend and your parents don't really matter when it comes to, like, what you're going to be doing as far as, like, income's concerned. Yeah. That's what I feel like. I listened to, like, my boyfriend / husband at the time. That went tits up. And, like, I listened to my family of what I'm supposed to do as far as a career. That went tits up. And it's like, yeah, this year I'm really trying to focus on me. Yeah. So I'm like, this is my ramblings of 3 a.m. and, like, thinking, wow, you know, anxiety at 3 a.m. Looking back at all the embarrassing things you did is a real thing. God, there's so much fucking slimes. We're trying to get out of the jungle area. Trying to at least get out of the jungle area. Ugh. I know if it thunderstorms, it'll have mobs. It even got to a point where my husband was like, and that's also makes me nervous too. Like when you have a spouse that's like, well, I think you're more valuable at home than you are at a workplace. That really makes me nervous because I never like to. Yeah, it's gonna fucking thunderstorm, so it's gonna be like mobs and shit. Um, I never like to feel like that because like that was one of my big scares of like why I wanted to get a job because like I never like to be financially dependent on someone because that's a very isolating situation to be in. And like that was like really freaking me out. I don't really talk about my like marital problems really, but that's one of them. It was like, no, I don't want you to work because like you're more valuable in the home and like blah 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 blah. And it's like, excuse me, I should like what? It's like no, I want. And I told him like, some of my money. Um, the reason why is like I want to save up. I need help and stuff. And yeah. He's like, well, what do you mean you need to save up? We're gonna have money. Like you don't need to save up. And I'm like, I'm saving up my own money in my own separate place. Like, yeah. Oh, oh, marital problems. Oh, how you are so much fun. He's scared of change, which I get it. Change is scary. But, yeah, he's like the kind of person that is. He falls in love with an idea, and if that reality deviates from the idea he created in his mind, it's automatically wrong. And that's the same thing with how people are. Like, if you don't eat food the same way he does, if you don't have the same opinions about life, politics, music, he thinks you're wrong. Because he is so in the, like, well, I view the world this way, so if someone views it someone different, they're wrong, not me, when in actuality, there's a lot of character problems that he has that he won't work on because he is of the opinion that his perspective is the correct perspective. He has main character syndrome and imposter syndrome. This is a dangerous combination of things, and he's admitted to all of this. So before I'm like, oh my god, you're gaslighting your husband and everything. No. He's admitted. But he's also the idea that like, what's someone I shouldn't go to therapy because what is someone that, if they're not part of the situation, how can they help me? And it's like, you're just going to throw out someone's, like, 30-year career in psychology out the window because you think that they won't know. And it's that kind of arrogance and narcissism that he has. And so he and, like, I'm going to be real. I don't normally I'm going to be real. My marriage is taking. I'm 30 and I'm 30, my marriage is tanking. Because he is in love with the idea he created in his mind since high school. Because he never thought he'd have a spouse. He never thought he was worth it. But instead of working on himself, he didn't decide to start working on himself and trying to better himself until recently. And, like, and he's already had pushback on me. And it's not, and I get it. Like, if you're, like, you can't force someone to be sexually attracted to someone they're just not attracted to. I get that, and I understand that. I do. I really, honest God, do. But the way he sounds, it doesn't sound like because he's just straight. The way he words it is that he was in love with what I looked like in high school. And said he was so proud that he had someone that looked like that in high school, and he wants to he encouraged, like, and that's what he wants. He wants us to go back to how we looked like in high school, because that's what he fell in love with. He fell in love with the idea of me, but he did not fall in love with me, and I'm gonna fucking cry, and I'm not gonna cry. I've cried enough. But that is it. He fell in love with the idea. Why am I talking about this? Oh my god, that's a bamboo. What the fuck? That is actually bamboo. he fell in love with the idea of me. He did not fall in love with me. That's not, you don't fall in love with a person because you think like, wow, I'm going to have a hot wife for the rest of my life. That's not how you get spouses. Like, that's why you would want to date someone, sure. Sleep with someone, sure. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, being attracted to someone. Physical attraction is just as important, in a relationship. You gotta be attracted to that person that you're with. But that shouldn't be it. You shouldn't marry someone because they are you can't marry someone based off of the idea you created in your head. You have to, because it's gonna change. That was like an impossible, an incredibly impossible standard that I have to uphold, right? Like, and I'm not just talking about if I ended up being trans or not trans. No, like your body, and I'm not talking about if I gain weight or not gain weight. Let's say I stayed skinny. I'm still going to age. I'm not going to keep looking like how I looked like when I was 18. That's just impossible. I'm going to age. I'm going to gray. I'm going to wrinkle. My skin's going to start to sag. I'm going to start to get crow's feet against my eyes. My lips might shrink a little because that's, like, so what an incredibly impossible standard I have to hold myself to. Because he created that idea in his head and he doesn't want it to change. And that's not fair to me. And it's also not fair to him either because I didn't do that. I am fully aware that I embrace aging. I think it's a beautiful thing to age is because you've lived a long life and you've had those life experiences that caused you to, how many times have you laughed and had a good memory that laughed and had a good time that created those laugh lines, those wrinkles across your eyes. Like those are experiences. And it's like, well, shit. Oh, well, fuck me, alright. Never supposed to age, apparently. I was never supposed to age. And it's just unfair that the root arguments we have is because he knows that I'm trans and because he's known me since I was 12. He's been with me since I was 16. He was not shocked when I told him. There were so many things of like, if you actually paid attention to me at all, this wasn't a surprise. And it wasn't a surprise to him. What he is concerned with and what he wants me to do is for the sake of him, not anything else, not for the sake of our son. He didn't word that. He didn't say, I don't want us to get a divorce for the sake of our... No, he wants me to not transition and even if I have to pretend for the rest of my life, pretend that I am the wife that he wanted me to be. It is an incredibly soul-crushing thing to hear. Because sometimes I do feel like I get into really bad mindsets. But my whole life, and if you've lived in a very Catholic, Latin American family, you're taught, if you're a female, day one, your worth. And I've been told my worth in life will be it'll be what I can do for my husband, what I can cook, clean, and how I can nurture my family. That is going to be the indicator of my worth in life, how I can have a husband. And the only way to get a husband, the only way to someone that will want to not only be with you but stay with you is if you can cook, clean for them, wait on them. They literally said wait on them, because no man will ever want to do their own dishes. No man's ever going to cook for themselves. Your place is in the kitchen. I taught that from a early age, and I feel like my whole life I have, and also what also happens in Mexican, especially Mexican households, you don't you don't move out. If you're a female, you don't move out. You're not supposed to. And my family very uphold this kind of tradition. You did not move out until you got a husband. And I don't know how I'm supposed to, get a husband if I'm not moved out. And they also didn't like me dating, so I was like fucking weird. But like, so that's pretty much how I've let people, and it ties to that, my little crisis I have, where I let people dictate how I live my life, even as an adult. And I really listen, and it's really like, and it's really my fault, really. I listened to these people, and I was like, okay, and like, now look where I'm at. Now look where I'm at. Like, so I feel like, I honest to God feel like, and I'm probably sounding like a whiny person, make no mistake, I've been working since I was 18. I didn't have help from the family. They wanted me to find a husband, and I didn't work at all. So the fact that I was working myself to death, trying to provide for my family, because my husband didn't work until like his late 20s, and he's only a year younger than me. I was the one working. They were like, oh, you did it to yourself. Oh, well, you wanted to work and not be a housewife. And it's like, I've had no help. No help. No support, no help. And I feel like my whole 30 years of existence has been, I'm not allowed to have happiness. I am the person that gives other people their happiness. And that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm not supposed to have happiness. I'm not supposed to have hobbies. My point in life is to bring happiness to other people. And that's what I feel like. And that's what I feel like with my marriage, and that's what I feel like with my family. I'm not supposed to have happy. He's not supposed to make me happy. I'm supposed to make him happy. That's what I've been dealing with this whole month. This whole actually no, since I came out to him. Yeah, then the other day he was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be a receptionist, and like, oh, like, look, we can get you makeup, you can start making, because I know you used to wear makeup. Even though I literally told him why I did that in the first place. And I told him, like, well, I'm not really over makeup, like, it's a chore. I was only doing it because it was a chore that I had to do. And the soul, like, he could tell he was disappointed in that answer. You could tell he was disappointed that when I went to work, like, when I went to go buy clothing, I bought, well, to be honest, I bought women's pants because I feel like, they fit better than men's pants. But, like, I bought men's shirts. I bought a couple of polo shirts. And I bought these boots. And, like, they actually fit me. And I actually look nice. I had compliments at work. The place I'm going to work at that I looked nice. One guy, which I don't want to make this, like, rain on my parade, because one guy who I introduced myself to, they were like, oh yeah, this is the new person. He literally saw me and was like, hey, what's up, man? Was going to fist bump me. I was like, hi, hello. And he was like, oh, what's your name? And I was like, I had to say my name, my real name. And he was like, oh, well, in that case, let me not fist, let me shake your hand, ma'am. And it's like, all right, but I had him in the beginning, though. I had him in the beginning. And I don't want it to rain on my parade, but, like, that's what I've been doing. It's like, I try not to have that bother me, but here's the thing with dysphoria. It is so crushing that when I go out, people see one thing, even though I'm the other. But I can't make it a big deal. I can't. So now I'm just like, I'm stuck. And then on top of that, what's happening with, my home, like, my marriage and stuff. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I need therapy. I need therapy. But yeah, that's what I've been feeling with this whole 30s crisis. And I don't like to trauma dump on people. But, I don't really have a lot of people to talk to about this. And, like, I think if anybody can take away from anything, like, from this channel, is to know that, like, if you're dealing with stuff, you're not alone, Like, other people are doing it, and it's okay. We're gonna get through this together. But, yeah, that's why I'm getting therapy. I'm getting therapy. I'm gonna talk about my shit. And most likely in a year, I'm gonna be divorced. So that's cool. it just makes me upset because, like, if the roles were reversed and it was him, not me, I would have no problem with him transitioning. I wouldn't, because I didn't fall in love. But then again, like, I'm bi, so, like, that's already number one. Number two, like, I know people aren't like this because I know, like, hello, heterosexuality exists. It's, hello, sexuality exists. Let's not trip and, you know, try to create new definitions of things. Like, it exists. But I guess for me, like, I fell in love with a person, and he can change his outward, or I can change my outward appearance. And I'm not saying I'll never be, like, you know, a guy or whatever. What I'm saying is I'm still going to be that person. Yeah, my personality might change a little bit, like motivations in life. I've heard hormones change and stuff like that. But you're still going to be more or less the same person. You just are, you know what I mean? And, like, and that's what I fell in love with. I fell in love with a person. And, like, and then, yeah, so that's my problem. It's like I fell in love with a person, he fell in love with the concept of me. And it's like, oh shit, alright. Like, it just sucks. He also said on numerous occasions he thinks it's all in my head. Or, like, trans people think he's like, you know, I have these things I see in these videos. I just feel like it's all in their head, they're just making it up. I don't think people actually feel that way. And I'm like, you know what? It may be because it is a mental disorder. There's nothing wrong with a mental disorder, but it is a mental disorder, you know? You're dealing with things that are in your head. But, like, but it's like, but you don't know how that is to live, so how can you say, like, that'd be like me saying, well, you know, your depression's all in your head, you know that, right? Like, it's not real, and, like, you know, it was like, how fuck you, like, right? Like, you wouldn't say that to someone, you wouldn't word that to someone who's dealing with depression. So why is it okay to deal with stuff, to word it, who's, like, going through gender dysphoria? Why is that okay? Like, you know, like, if I said that about his depression, holy fucking shit, would it be such a loud argument we'd be having. But, you know, and it's like, ugh. It's absolute ugh. How the fuck did I die? Holy shit. Yeah, so that's, I have a timeline and a time goal and, like, a goal, and it's, like, really depressing because, like, I can't really talk to him about it, and, like, and if I do, it'll be leading to a different argument, and he's already expressed he hates that I cut my hair, even though I told him, like, dude, and it's like, it's not, I know it's not fair to him because he has a say in it too, but it's like, I'm clearly going through some shit, and it's like, it is extremely upsetting. It's like, what do you do in this? And everything on Reddit is either you accept that they are trans and you just go through it, or you break up with him, and he doesn't want to break up, but he also doesn't want me to transition either. So now I'm just like, it's just not fair on either of our sides, is it? God damn it. Okay, we're gonna go for like 17 minutes. This is gonna be an hour and a half. That's why I want to get therapy as well, because if he sees a diagnosis, and I'm not self-diagnosed, right, then maybe he'll get it in his head that this is real. Because part of, like, why he has a hard time with it is, like, because his sister-in-law, she went to a psychologist, and, like, they told her she had something else that they thought, like, she didn't exhibit, the more typical gender dysphoria, which I'm not going to go into that, but y'all don't know shit because this is literally a family member you've never heard of. So assuming either way is meaningless for you, I just want you to know that. Just because you don't know the person. I mean, full stop, right? I've met this person, and I'm not going to say my opinion on that. But, anyways. But I think, like, if I can get a diagnosis, right? If I go to a therapist, talk my shit out, and I get a diagnosis, maybe he'll actually see, like, this is something that I am struggling with, and I've struggled with it all my life, to be honest. And the reason why I kept it to myself is, one, when I was a child, I didn't know what the fuck this was. I didn't know what this was. This is the 90s, man. Just thought it was weird. And tomboy's a thing. And it is a thing. But, like, and then when I was a teenager and I figured out what the fuck it was just nothing but hate. So then I just thought it was shameful. And then I thought, well, if I just try hard enough, maybe, you know, I'll get into my head that I'm actually, you know, this and not that. That went tits up horrendously. Because now I'm in my 30s and I'm like, no, my God. Should have listened to my first instinct. But yeah, that's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for a diagnosis. And if I can get a diagnosis and it's real, you can see that it's real, and then I can go and move on with my life. And try to fix this. Not fix this, but to try to, like, because I know it's not going to fix my problems. Like, I still need a therapist to, like, you know what I mean? But, like, I can at least be in the right track of where I want my life to be. Well, not so much as want, but, like, where I need my life to be. I need my life to be this way. Yeah. So that's my little dark. But I'm sorry if this, like, got dark. I don't like to talk about this. Like, how dark it got. But, like, this is part of my life update of what I've been going through. Ew. I felt like, you know, y'all need to know where I'm at somewhat, you know. Fish. Fish. Fly fishing. Okay, well that's obviously a hive, so I'm not going to mess with the hive. Although I do want to mess with the hive, though. It's like, okay, that's a hive. I don't want to mess with it. No, I do, though. Oh, so that's what that was. Alright. I just want to get out of the fucking jungle, dudes. Shurikens. Is that a fucking turtle? Oh my god, it's a turtle. I love turtles, but their tanks always smell bad to me. I always thought that about fish. That their tanks smell bad. I always wanted a fish, but like, not if it's gonna smell bad. And they do. Based on my opinion. Come at me, bruh. Ow. The way I'm sitting, like, shit, I did, didn't I? Hey, no! I killed the turtle, man. That's I always hated that when, like, you're playing a video game. Like, ooh, this happens in Minecraft. Okay. When I first started playing Minecraft, it was, like, 2012. Because, like, when I lived with my aunt, like, she didn't believe in computers and stuff. So, like, I'm not getting it. We're just going to let that... We're going to let that settle. She didn't believe in computers. Okay, cool. So I didn't play video games. Like Minecraft and stuff until I moved out and into my boyfriend, that's now my husband, house. And like straight up I would play, like, I think Minecraft was one of the, well, that, yeah, I think Minecraft was literally one of the first video games, like, on the computer that I played. And, I don't know. Okay, okay, cool. And I would play with, like, his siblings, because he has, like, 4 of them. And, like, oh my god, like, maybe I shouldn't really talk about this. I have a subscriber, and I figured out who the subscriber is. Whatever, I don't care anymore. I just realized the subscriber I'm subscribed to is friends of his friends. So I'm like, if I'm, like, talking about this, there's a possibility it's going to get around to his friend, and it's going to get around to my husband. But then again, one, that's a really shitty thing to, like, I can't, to hold someone against, like, oh, I can't talk about my problems because, like, you know, fear of, like, whatever. Two, no, we've already had this conversation. Anyway, no, I'm thinking ahead. It's 3 a.m. and I'm having, like, problems. It's fine. Anyways. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, and, like, his first siblings, and, like, one thing I hate about Minecraft, they would, like, they would kill sheep. They would literally, like, pour lava on them and, like, set a forest on fire and shit. And I'm like, why? That, like, breaks my heart. Like, I don't know what, but, like, seeing those sheep die. Ooh. It's just so sad. Like, why you have to do that, man? And that's why I feel like this turtle. I fucking killed the turtle, dudes. That's so sad. What the fuck is that? Oh, a yellow canary? Canary, right? Don't canaries live, like, for, like, 20 to 30 years or something like that? Don't they, like, live, like, a really long time? So it's like, if you really wanted one, like, you really need to, like, make sure you can commit to that. That's what I heard. And it's, like, really hard to gift them if, like, or rehome them if it's, like, a family member has passed. Because it's, like, they live for a really long time. Like, a really long time. What kind of freaking... Did I get the... No, I didn't get a large one, right? I got I got a medium-sized world, didn't I? Alright. Because this jungle is freaking huge. This is a huge-ass jungle. I can't freaking talk. Yo... Oh my goodness, I just want to build this little platform. I'm not gonna die. Fix that later. What the fuck? gonna be stuck in this one pot forever. This is risky. Oh, big ass fucking lake, dude. Because I'm stuck in this little spot here. Shit. Jesus. I have an idea. That's an idea, right? That's what we're gonna do. Because clearly there's not gonna be zombies over here, where the fuck this is. But other than that, just know, guys, like, I'm not all doom and gloom. Don't worry about me. I am kind of excited. Like, I'm gonna go to, like, this, like, cool ramen place for my birthday. Then I'm gonna celebrate it. How the fuck did he do that? And, like, then afterwards, I'm gonna go with my dad. Like, well, then Friday or Saturday, I'm gonna hang out with my dad and stuff at the bar. Like, I'm gonna have a good birthday, and I am trying to, like, not let my life bring me down. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to. Trying to look to the good things in life. You know, it's not all doom and gloom. You can't think about it as it all being doom and gloom, because then you're gonna have a hard fucking time. Oh shit. So aggressive. That's upsetting. We got so far though. Okay, cool. So I think this will be a good stopping point. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a good stopping point. Ooh, that's cool, bamboo. Cool. Eat those. Okay. That goes right there. Okay. Okay, cool. And then I take this, right? Yo! That's gonna be helpful. Okay, so I think it'll be a good stopping point. I just talked about doom and gloom. That's because if not, it's gonna go on forever. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call this, and save and quit. I love how I was gonna do like this is gonna be a quick update, and we're only gonna do this for like an hour, and then it turns out an hour and a half. But yeah, I hope y'all like this video. If y'all were wondering where I was at, that's what I was doing. This whole week and a half has been busy. I'm gonna be filming on, so this is gonna be my Wednesday video. And Thursday is going to have the Stardew Valley video. And then Friday is going to have, Final Fantasy video. But yeah, I hope, Don't worry about me. I just like to vent and rant. But I'm doing okay. Getting my life back together. Yeah, so, hit a like if you like this video. Comment. I'll always read y'all's comments and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.